No, go ahead.
No, so Jake Paul and Conor McGregor. That's what you wanted to get onto, yeah?
Um, look, this guy Jake Paul. Well, first of all, before I was again tongue twisted. I was surprised when I saw the pic in my when I saw the post in my Instagram newsfeed, and I thought, okay, you're already talking about fighting Conor McGregor. Um, well, you need to get past Tyron Woodley first. Not to say that it's going to be like I think is that going to be no, it's not going to be an exhibition fight. It's going to be a proper boxing match that counts towards his credentials, his record. So that's the reason, yeah, reason why he demanded for that clause, the rematch clause in the contract. But I mean, with the way Conor McGregor is now, I mean, he's lost to Dustin Poirier twice now. So, okay, fine, we can say that the second time his leg just gave out on him just without warning. Just wondering just how that happened. People coming up with so many sorts of all sorts of excuses. I think even he was saying, Conor was saying something like, "Is it due to what some? What was it? Do you remember what he said? Um, is it
He
inactivity or
said he had a pre-existing
that's it?
in like
Yes,
he said
yeah,
he injured it in camp. But then people were pointing out where it was checked maybe or hit the elbow or hit there. Regardless of what happened, it happened and it is what it is. But with him losing twice to Dustin's elite though. That's the thing. People are saying Connor hasn't won. He's won one fight over Cerrone in what the past 5 years, but he's only fought four people, five if you include Floyd. He's fought Khabib, who no one's beaten. He's fought Dustin, who is probably the best lightweight at the minute. Although he can be charged, I think, looking for that, and he's fought Cowboy, so he's not fighting
sorry, mate. I think
nobodies.
my internet connection
Like
is
he's
going out on me a
fighting
little
the
bit.
elite, the elite.
So
Your
I think
internet connection.
a little bit, yeah. But I think, can you hear and see me? Okay,
Yeah,
great. That's right. It must be
yeah, I
from my
can.
end. Yeah, it looks okay now. Great. But you were saying about Connor. He has not finished what you were saying.
Yeah, he's fought elite people. But would a Jake Paul fight be a bad thing for him? Probably not. He'd probably take home pocket full of cash. You're not going to have to go and face a killer like Dustin or someone like that. Someone where, like you said, it's more horrific, not more horrific. It's more gruesome, horrific. The injuries are more. You've more ways to get injured, I suppose, like you said in the UFC. Whereas if he goes in with the straight boxing with Jake Paul, like he's only the one aspect to worry about. He's probably going to pick up a pocket full of cash, and he'd walk away. Hopefully, what happened to him against Dustin won't happen to him again. Something freak like that. Like he'd walk away relatively unscathed. It won't be. He won't be seriously injured from a boxing match with Jake Paul. I don't think.
Hmm. But thing is, who would win? And okay, there's a fight with Tyron Woodley, which is going to happen twice. If it's going to happen twice, either way, whoever wins or loses. And of course, whoever wins the first time, if they win again the second time, it's going to look really, really embarrassing for the other person. Whoever loses the first time and the second time. But okay, if, and I'm really hoping that I'm so wrong, if Jake Paul wins against Conor McGregor, I think it's going to be one of those situations. I think, well, I'll say, okay, let me put it this way. If Jake Paul wins against Conor McGregor, it's going to be one of those situations that he could turn around or people could turn around and start saying, you know what, you need to start putting respect on this name, Jake Paul, in terms of in terms of boxing, combat sports, that sort of thing. Because he's beaten, okay, fine, even though it may not be Conor McGregor may not have, so let me say, a long credential history in boxing. He's mainly known for his credential history in mixed martial arts, but he's a big name in combat sports. You can't deny that. And if someone like Jake Paul beats someone like Conor McGregor, well, it's going to really boost Jake Paul's standing power and name power in combat sports, in boxing. I think a lot more people know who he is, and whenever he fights, a lot more people are going to tune in to watch him fight. Would you agree?
Yes, yeah, because Conor McGregor has that mainstream appeal. He's not just UFC. He's not just boxing. Like I think we talked about before, he's a brand. He's global. He's worldwide. So if you get that rub off Conor McGregor, more people will start watching the fight. But if Conor McGregor loses to Jake Paul, what's that do to Conor McGregor?
Exactly. If the fight goes the other way, my God, Conor McGregor is going. It's going to look so embarrassing. The way he's lost to Dustin Poirier, let me say that properly, twice. And who knows how the fourth bout is going to go. If he loses for the third time, I think people start calling for retirement, full stop. That's my opinion. Regardless of whether you're Dana White's golden boy or not, I think people start saying, okay, you really should think about, if not retiring, at least moving into some other areas of combat sports.
Maybe into boxing. Maybe
Yeah.
into boxing. But did you watch his fight with Floyd Mayweather? I didn't think he boxed very awkward. It was very strange approach to the way he boxed.
I,
I don't. The way Conor boxed against Mayweather, did you see that fight?
I saw,
That's
I did watch it, but I
2016.
just can't remember how exactly it went down. But I remember just before the first round where you got them standing face to face with the referee standing between them with the announcer and saying, "Want a clean fight? This not blah blah blah." And Floyd Mayweather looks a lot more confident, almost so casually confident, like he knows it's going to be a walk in the park, and he'll walk away with an easy win. Conor McGregor standing there looking like, okay, this is not going to be as easy as I had hoped it would be.
No, I think for two of them, I think it was a money grab as well. I think the two of them were in on that. I think the two of them knew. I think Floyd knew he was going to beat him easily. Like you had a 0-0 boxer going against a 49-0. Was it? I think it was 49-0 at the time. Um, it was always going to go like that. But with Connor, like you're saying, what happens to Connor after that? If he, like you were saying, if he fights Dustin a fourth time, I don't think he's going to get Dustin straight away. I hope he doesn't, because I feel Dustin's going to fight Charles for the lightweight title, and just say Dustin wins. Does that mean Connor automatically gets a shot after losing two fights to Dustin? Does he automatically then come back and get a shot off an injury? So I hope Dustin isn't next for him.
But you never know. I mean, Conor McGregor being who he is in the UFC and in mixed martial arts, Dana White and the UFC tend to give Conor McGregor whatever he wants most of the time. So he could call for, like you're saying, it's not gonna happen. But if he wants that to happen, being that he is Dana White's golden boy, potentially the opposite could happen if he wants to happen. Yeah, Dana White can give him what he wants.
It'll probably happen if he wants it to happen, but I hope it doesn't happen. I
Mm.
hope he doesn't come back off two losses and faces Dustin for a title shot, because I don't think he deserves it when you've got Gaethje there. You've got other people in the lightweight rankings. You've got Benil Darush, who bet Tony Ferguson. Um, I think they want him to fight Islam next. Like you've a lot more people that'd be a lot more deserving. I think Justin Gaethje would deserve a shot. He's always exciting. Um, but like I said, if Conor asks for it, he usually gets it. So we'll have to just wait and see how it plays out. But I think if Jake Paul is going to fight Conor, I think it's going to hinge on how the Tyron Woodley fights go. Like if Tyron Woodley sparks him out twice, it's just Conor's going to go, well, his name's gone now. Like,
That's what I was thinking. If Jake Paul can't get past Tyron Woodley on both the first and the second bouts, first look, if the same term can be used in boxing, if he can't beat Tyron Woodley the first time and the second time, I think no, Conor McGregor will not want care anymore, and no one will want to see that fight.
no.
No, no.
No, I don't think so. I think he picked a dangerous opponent with Tyron. But if it was just say he had 2 losses that go the distance and he looked respectable in them, the fight might still happen. But I think if he got knocked out twice, I think that might be the end of the little Paul Bubble experiment. Maybe. Because I do think he is serious about boxing. I think he wants to get the big names done.
You think that the Jake Paul hype train will come to an end?
If he gets knocked out twice, yeah, I think so. And then what will happen is a lot of casual viewing will fall off. And if Jake Paul really wants to go into boxing, he'll continue boxing, and then we'll see if he wants it. Because by all accounts, from what I see and what I hear, through different accounts on Instagram or news, or whatever, he does train hard. Him and his brother in Puerto Rico, they do train hard. But if he gets knocked out twice, is he going to want to keep going? And if he does want to keep going, if he did get knocked out, well, props to him. Then you can tell he's serious. But we just have to wait to see how this fight turns out with Tyron first.